This minority said, we don't like that holiday. And we said, fine, well, we won't celebrate it. Do you think if we go to the mosque, we can pray the rosary? Let me see one cardinal go out there and do that. And then I'll be like, okay, we're good.
Father, as an exorcist, how effective is fear, the devil using fear against us? Because there is ignorance, yes, there is worldliness that we're attached to. We just don't want to get involved in things because I just don't want to mess with that. But there's also a lot of fear, a lot of cowardice. Is that, from your experience as an exorcist, how effective is that as the devil uses it as a weapon, as a tool to gain ground for him by instilling fear in us? And kind of how do we look at that so we can try to overcome that?
Well, I mean, come on. We know that Jesus said over and over again, be not afraid.
Mhm.
So, first of all, let's start there. When JP2 started his pontificate, he said the same thing, be not afraid. Fear is crippling, and fear can get you to do things that you would never normally do. When somebody is living in ratcheted up high level fear, they will do things they would never normally do. They might kill a child to save the rest of the family. I mean, horrible things. We will do the worst things if we're living in fear. Contrast that with, one of my favorite families in the Bible is the Maccabees.
Mhm.
And Judas, the hero of the story, but also the mother with the kids. And listen, her motto to those kids was, don't you dare shame this family and eat that stupid pork. You will die like a good Jew.
Yeah.
That's the mentality we need. Don't be afraid to. Why are you afraid of dying, by the way? What gets you to heaven? Death. So the chariot that takes you to your goal should not be feared unless you're living a life that's shameful or in trouble. So then correct it. Tomorrow, start new, go to confession, start over, and then live with no fear. The person who is not afraid to die is the person who lives the most.
Yeah.
That's good.
Truly.
Yeah.
That quote you have from John Paul, I actually used it. He said, this was in his encyclical Novo Millennio Iniunte, which is the beginning of the new millennium. He said, do not be afraid. And then he said this, do not be satisfied with mediocrity. Put out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch. And I think, Father, that what we're afraid of is ramping up our game because it's going to, be too much for us. We're content, in other words, with our everyday, and I call it shopping and golfing, but just, the easy life of hey, I got, we had the gospel last weekend where Jesus was, or it was Tuesday. He had a big dinner. And they all came with their excuses. Well, I got these 5 oxens and I got this new land. And another one said, well, I just got married. And, we can find, and this is what I told the guys when I was talking to them. I said, I bet you if I pulled each one of you aside, you could have given me 5 excellent reasons for not being here today. And trust me, there are hundreds of guys that aren't here today that went that way. And I think that's what we're doing. We're accepting mediocrity. It's a comfort zone, right, Father?
Yeah, let me tell you, Germany, given all its issues and problems in the past and currently, there's a lot of division over there. But one of the greatest things, if you've ever been to Germany during Christmas season, they love Christmas. They have these enormous, like 5 blocks set up of like these huge Christmas displays and all the shops and it's the commercial Christmas but Jesus is there. They have the whole nativity scene and all, but this has been going on for centuries, and people go there for that reason because it's iconic. It's just amazing. Guess what? This year, because the Muslims threatened to disrupt these things, the German government said we're canceling all our Christmas displays and bazaars and fairs and all these things. No, we're not going to do it. So this minority said we don't like that holiday. And we said, fine, well, we won't celebrate it.
Oh.
That's stupid.
Oh.
That's not just stupid. That is cowardly. That is not Jesus flipping tables and fashioning a whip.
Do you know what that reminds me of? The Muslim prayer rug they put in the Vatican. You want to
Again,
comment on that?
why are we, I don't even know if it's true. If it is true, shame on us. We're accommodating them to pray their Muslim prayer in our holy city. Do you think if we go to the mosque, we can pray the rosary?
Hmm.
Let me see one cardinal go out there and do that, and then I'll be like, okay, we're good. Go ahead, guys. Go do it. They're never going to let you do it. In fact, they'll probably beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
So why are we doing this? We're not supposed to. It reminds me of the Jews when the Lord kept saying, do not integrate with these peoples. I want you to stay pure. And they all intermarried and all the problems came. And even Solomon, the wisest man in the world, went down because of that integration. This is not good to integrate with a false religion.